Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. In fact, I wasn't expecting you for another half hour. Let me finish my food. Hi, I'm Tyrone. Like your shoelaces, you Tyrone. This is my map of Tassie. I should have bought a picture hook. Tassie's cool. I like Tassie. We have some of the freshest produce in the whole world. Like salmon. Salmon is amazing. I like Tasmanian salmon. One of my mates lives down the road. Well, other side of town. Well, he's moved now. But he's from Texas. He went on a holiday back to Texas. At a 5-star restaurant. First course. They say, this is Tasmanian salmon. He's like, mate, I've just come from Tassie. Except he says that in flawless Texan. That's how good Tassie is. But also, stop buying Tassie's food. I like Tassie's food, and the more you buy it, the less I'll be able to afford it. Right. This is Hobart. This is strong. I'm going from here to there through the squiggly road. Except today, the video is only going this far. That's Nelson Falls. No. Ugh. Let's look this up. Franklin River Nature Trail. It's a cool little walk. It's a cool little ride to get there as well.
First thing you want to do is gear up. I'm spending a night out west. I've booked into a hostel out in Queenstown. Great little place to stay. The thing about motorbikes though is the wind noise is ridiculous at 100 kilometers an hour. So when you're riding for 5+ hours, you really want some good earplugs. And on the BMW S1000R, it's a very nice bike. Leaving from Mount Nelson a little bit before midday, heading through Hobart, all the way out to the Franklin River Nature Trail. To get there, head north from Hobart until you get to the bridge here. This is the Bridgewater Bridge. Instead of going over it, take the first exit at the roundabout and head towards New Norfolk on the Lyell Highway. You may think that the Lyell Highway is a boring straight line highway because of the name highway attached to it, but that's far from true. Yes, it's a long stretch of road, but it goes right bang smack over the mountains in the middle of Tasmania. The annoying thing about that is the scenery is so brilliant. So many tourists just want to stop and observe, or they're not comfortable taking a corner at any reasonable speed, so they slow down to be 50 kilometers under the speed limit, like the cars here are doing. And when you're riding a motorbike that handles very well and accelerates very well, doing 30 kilometers under the speed limit or 50 kilometers under the speed limit is not an option and is quite stressful. So overtake the tourists as you need to. Coming into New Norfolk now, ordinarily go straight through that roundabout and continue along the Lyell Highway west. I'm grabbing a bite to eat to chuck in my backpack, so I figure if I'm going through New Norfolk, I might as well record it so that you don't feel like you're missing out. This is the main drag of New Norfolk. A couple of cool little shops here. I like Flywheel. It's perhaps the coolest stationery shop in existence. Then there's the other sorts of shops that you'd expect to see in the middle of a ruralish town. You've got banks, pubs, post office, real estate agent, chemist, those sorts of things. Through that and out to the left is the Woolies. I am grabbing a bite to eat and grabbing some other supplies to take with me. This is an overnight trip, even though it doesn't have to be. So I'm grabbing some light little supplies just to keep me going throughout it all. Like your bread and water and toilet paper. Back on the bike, and here we go. There's a line of tourists stuck behind someone doing about 30 clicks under, so do what you need to do, especially in this section of road, which is quite a fun little ride. This is not sped up now, so you can enjoy the road as I rode it. There's a nice few little sweepers coming into a straight where the corners just tighten up nicely. There used to be quite a rippling around these corners, but they've fixed up the road somewhat. So while the camera is bouncing about a fair bit still, it's a lot better than it was. This road is pretty cool. It's alongside the Derwent River as it comes down from the mountains through New Norfolk, through Hobart and out to sea. So the smell through here is quite nice. You've got the moist, damp grass smell right next to the river. And on a hot day after a mow, it's sure to set off everyone's hay fever. There is only one road west from Hobart, and it's this road. There are other roads that do head west, but you need to head north to get to them. This is the one road, and it goes all the way from Hobart to Strawn, about 300 kilometres of twisty, windy goodness. There are quite a few cute little towns in Tassie, and it's my pleasure to introduce you to Gretna. In fact, Gretna Thunderbird became very famous as she got international notoriety the other month. Like all Thunderbirds, Gretna is a puppet who said that the government was the cause of climate change. And yet, the only solution to climate change is more government. Interesting how that works. The people that you think screwed us over are the only ones that can fix the problem if only they had more power to do so. I can't see that going wrong. Anyhow, back onto the road. This continues for many kilometres, with footage that I'll use in future videos, until you get to the trailhead. It's well signed, so you'll see where to turn off and turn into to park for the Franklin River Nature Trail. There are a few special moments in this walk. Observing the Surprise River and observing the Franklin River join with each other is quite a brilliant spot of Tassie. The lush moisture, even in these dry summer months, of the surrounding trees is truly enchanting. For now, let's just enjoy the walk. That was the Franklin River Nature Trail. Next time I'm heading off to Donaghy's Hill. Join me for that.